Hey, hey,
Hey, Marcelo. Welcome to the live. Oh my God, I'm a bit nervous, but yeah. So,
that's
welcome.
okay. We're live, right? Just so I know we are
Yes,
live. Amazing.
we're live. Anyway, welcome, guys. For those who will be going back to the live, like just in case. This is for Acid Base live, and we have here Marcelo Valente. And yeah, I'm
Thank
I'm a
you.
bit yeah.
Don't
Please
worry about it.
please introduce yourself to our audience. Even though we have we have seven viewers already. So yeah, please introduce yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. Perfect. I was just retweeting the acid base stream, so perfect. Just so I have my community. Amazing. Thank you for having this, for organizing this, Harley, and thank you, Acid Base, for putting this together. So yeah, a bit about myself. My name's Marcello. I've been in crypto since 2017 as an avid or as a hobbyist while I was in university. Paid attention to this thing called Bitcoin. It caught my attention. Then Ethereum came along, and yeah, while I was studying psychology at Concordia University here in Montreal, it was something that I was it piqued my interest, and I started investing as a hobbyist here and there. Lost a lot of money, made some money. You know how it is in crypto. Then
Yeah,
everything happened. The bear market came, and yeah, crypto kind of disappeared for a few years. I still paid attention though. And then fast forward a few years, this thing called NFTs came along in 2020, 2021. I remember one of the few people I follow, Gary V, kept talking about NFTs, and I'm like, okay, well, what the fuck are NFTs? I see Gary's always pretty early on a lot of things, so I'm not gonna miss out on this thing. So I got into it, and then yeah, I quickly fell in love. I've always been pretty passionate about cryptocurrency and the blockchain, but and tech overall, but nothing really spoke to me like NFTs did. I think just the degen culture, the art, the vibe was very different to me than crypto, which I still love, but NFTs really spoke to me. So invested in a few NFTs, had a bit of fun, and then by 2022, I had decided I had worked in the psychology space for a bit, mental health, after I completed my bachelor's. I realized I was unhappy and I needed to do some changes in my life. So what I did was I realized you could get paid to work in the Web3 space as a community manager, as a Discord moderator, all that stuff. And I'm like, wow, this sounds like fun. So I quickly started to kind of dive into it. I had very little experience, never really run the Discord at this point, but I was hungry. So what I did, going back to Gary V's advice, I DM'd maybe at least 1,000 people, and I'm like, hey, I'm hungry. I don't have a lot of experience, but I'm willing to work for free if you're willing to take me on board, and I'll learn very quickly. I'll do the research. I'll stay up all night if I have to figure out how to do anything you ask me to, and I think I'm a big believer in having a drive, and some people love that stuff even if you don't have experience. And this is some great advice for some people here that are looking to work in the industry. Um, yeah, some people are just, if you're hungry and you're willing to have the right mindset, people are going to hire you. So I quickly started volunteering as a Discord moderator for a few Discords, and then I got my first job at Disrupt. Rest in peace, they're not really around anymore, unfortunately, but they were like my first love, my first full-time job in crypto or in Web3. Had a lot of fun with that, and then not to talk too long, fast forward a bit after that, it's been about a dozen projects I've worked with. Mainly, I kind of landed in gaming by accident, but now it's like one of my passions. But ended up working for IQ Protocol for about a year and a half, which was an NFT rental marketplace, and that really kind of bridged me into the world of Web3 gaming, which I kind of started to see was already a thing, but I didn't really dive into it as much until I got this role as their community manager, then became their community lead, and yeah, and then finally, more recently, I'm the head of community now at Beast League, which is a mobile sports universe. We're mainly on iOS and Android, going to be expanding to other markets very soon. But yeah, I really fell in love with the whole Web3 gaming space. I think what's really cool as a gamer myself. which had taken a lot of time away from gaming because I started to realize I was spending all my time gaming and not working on my actual life, whether it was school or my jobs. And then I realized I had to take a break. But funny enough, Web3 brought my passion for gaming back because now it's like, okay, I don't feel like I'm wasting all my time anymore because I could actually make some money gaming. And funny enough, now it's my career. So that's a little bit of a spiel about what I'm doing. Doing a lot of other stuff on the back end, but this is mainly what I'm focusing on right now.
Mhm.
And yeah, really excited with what ACIDBASE is doing. I spoke with Harley. I've been seeing what Harley's been cooking into space. Really proud of her. She's killing it. And yeah, AI is definitely one of those things right now that are really hot. I mentioned at the beginning cryptocurrency, NFTs, and tech. AI is definitely one of the tools that I'm very, or avenues that I'm very fascinated by. And I think is going to really go in an interesting direction. I use ChatGPT for everything I do, even if it's just brainstorming right now, or social media content, or there's just so many it's cool things that you could do with AI, and it's definitely something that everyone shouldn't be ignoring right now, as I think it's really going to keep taking over our lives in both, I think, a positive or a negative way, depending how you decide looking at it. I'm an optimist, so I like to look at the good stuff, and what's beautiful about AI, I think it buys back time, and I think that going back to, I think we're going to talk on this space on this stream with acid base, but I can't respond to everybody. I feel really bad because sometimes I take forever to reply to people. I'm
Mhm.
also an introvert, so I have a limited amount of energy sometimes. And being on Twitter Spaces all day, doing live streams, texting people, by the end of the day, I need to kind of retreat and go into my little cocoon, and I can't reply to everybody, unfortunately. So something like AI base, having an AI clone is really cool because having kind of like an AI secretary or somebody that could reply to me that on some of the DMs I can't always get back to is really cool. And yeah, I'm just really excited. I'm sorry if I just took over and spoke for the last 5 minutes. I'll give it back to you. But wanted to give a bit of background about who I am, what I'm doing, and yeah, I'm excited for this stream. So thanks for having me, Carly.
No, 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 it's okay. I mean, I love all of those stories and your journey in the crypto or on the space, on the Web3 space, because this is like most of the story of the first, of the OGs that's on the, oh my God, my mic is very weird. Anyway, I love that I have kind of the same story when it comes to the Web3 jobs, and I tell everyone that there's bear market, there's bull market, and when you when you are in the Web3 job niche, there's actually no loss. I choose the safe side, so yeah. And for the, like you mentioned about the there's very little time left to you, replying to the personal stuff, or there are some people that actually get, I don't know why they get sad, or I get negative feedback whenever I cannot reply to them like right away. I was like, hey, I'm like
You're
drowning
busy.
on DMs. I'm
Yeah.
drowning on DMs. Please understand that I cannot reply. I sometimes I reply to those messages that are needing the ASAP replies, and I tend to have the not really ASAP replies, or not less important ones. So I get some negative feedback like, "Hey, are you mad at me?" They were asking like, "Why can I be mad at you? Did you do something
Oh.
wrong?" And I was like, because I'm always on Twitter Spaces as well, and I communicate to people. I engage to people, and yeah, it's like I give the impression that I am reachable or something like that. But then whenever they go to my DMs, it's like they receive a very slow feedback, or they're very slow reply, and I even have a help already on my social media. It's just that it's different. So this
Yeah.
AI clone, you touched that on that already, and you kind of give the benefits for you,
Yeah, totally. And just to
Huge.
chime in, I think sometimes it's like you have so many different things to tackle. It's like, for
Mm-hmm,
instance, I book a lot of spaces, Twitter spaces myself for the projects I work with, and
mm-hmm.
I'm very like I'm very adamant. I like booking like full panels, 10 guests at a time, which is a lot of work. And sometimes it's like I'm booking, and it'd be great to maybe have an assistant that could, even if it's like, hey, this booking has been confirmed, or thank you for, I think sometimes it's great to have stuff like that where having an AI assistant would be great, or follow ups is something I want to do more. Hi, Nadal. Happy to
Hey
Yeah.
have you
guys.
here.
Oh, let me introduce, by the way, Marcelo. This is the Acid Base founder, Nadal. And yeah,
Nice to
Nadal,
meet
this
you.
is our guest for today, the influencer, the KOL, Marcelo. Thank you for joining us today, Nadal. And yeah, you can introduce yourself to our guest.
Yeah,
Sorry for
sure.
interrupting, Marcelo.
Is it Marcello or is it Marcello?
I love
Yeah,
that.
I
It's
read it
both.
wrong.
It's both because
Okay.
I'll give a bit of background. I'm half Italian and half
Okay.
Latino. In Italian, it's Marcello, so Marcello, but also in Spanish, it's Marcelo. So anytime
Okay.
people ask me that question, it's funny because it's both. So it's whatever you prefer.
Okay. So let me introduce myself. First of all, nice. It's really nice meeting you, Marcello. I will stick with the. I worked
That's
with one guy. He's Italian. He's from southern Italy. His name was Marcello. So I'm more used to say Marcello.
whatever you want,
So
brother. I'm cool with
okay.
either.
Okay, so guys, I really had a long day. I'm really happy to join you now in this stream. And let me introduce myself. So, as Harley said, my name is Nidal. I'm actually a medical doctor by profession, an entrepreneur by heart. So, we founded Acid Base like 1 year ago, and we done really serious development during the last 6 months. And we have a working prototype now, and I'm happy to introduce it today. Any questions you have, any inquiries you have, whatever you feel like asking, just shoot. I'm just gonna chill here and enjoy the stream
Amazing.
and try to relax a little bit before my workout. I have a very strict, schedule today.
I
It's my
love it.
day off actually. So
I
Oh,
love it. Happy
day
to
off.
have you join us.
yeah, thank you.
So yeah, maybe let's do it like this. Do you, Marcelo? I've already given you some bits and pieces of what the Acid base is. Do you have questions like on, you know, per- questions that we can answer since we have Nidal here, the founder.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. I think this is really cool. I guess I always like to think how I could provide value for the audience. So I think you've answered some of my questions already, but I guess for those that don't know what acid base is or how it works, how does it work exactly? How does one develop, or one, I as an influencer or KOL, how would I use acid base as a clone AI? How does it develop a clone of myself, and where does it go from there? Would love to kind of start from there and kind of build off of that.
So the technology which we implemented right now, it's pretty straightforward because, as you know, most influencers don't want to deal a lot with tech. So what we have done is just, connecting your social media accounts like YouTube, Twitter, whatever. What we do behind the scenes, we just, process your content and build a persona which basically talks and acts like you. So it has a sentiment, it has personality traits, it has, a character, and you can improve this persona with time by just, editing the answers later. So, for instance, if your persona during a chat says something like, "Hey, I'm Marcelo. I love whatever Cuba, and you like Argentina, it will change this in the future. So it has a human in the loop
Mm,
factor, and it will evolve with time. In the future, once we know after the alpha what people really want, we can, if they are willing, we can improve it further by connecting chats or whatever. And this way, it will know more and more about you. the people, the connections, the relatives, the etc. And it will be your digital clone, which is really cool. The second part, how you can utilize it, I mean, it's up to you. Some people will have nasty conversations with it. Other people will sell more with it. I mean,
I love it. I love it,
so
man. And it makes me really think a lot. I'm sure you guys have seen, but like AI influencers is a huge thing right now. So I don't know. It makes me really think how we could use AI to even I, as an influencer myself, could be utilizing these tools. So I think it's super cool, and I love the idea of being able to add chats in the future. Definitely would love to maybe throw in my Telegram or a Discord or my text messages, iMessages, or something like that, where you guys have a bigger library
a
of
few.
texts of how. Yeah, yeah, exactly, a bigger archive of information of me or whoever you guys work with. So that's really cool. But already using someone's social media is, I think, is brilliant, because already you have enough information of how someone communicates with the world, which is exactly what you guys would need to like personalize it for every person. So that is super
Yeah.
cool. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest about it. Most people think they're unique. I mean, most humans differ in a very small, as a medical doctor, I can tell you, in a small percentage from each other. So we're all the same. So I mean, the differences
Right.
between us, and now with the globalization, TikTok, Twitter, Discord, and all the things going on online and in the Web 3, Web 2, Web 1, whatever. I mean, we're becoming the same. We speak in a similar accent, English accent. Okay, we
Hmm.
talk about the same topics. Everyone is talking. I mean, go to Reddit. Everybody's talking about the same stuff. Okay, and we're becoming very similar. So I mean, our differences are becoming less and less. And this is why I think acid base will provide a really good way of presenting yourself, and maybe later at some
Mhm.
point your complete legacy, which will live forever after you and me.
Yeah. Oh, I absolutely love that. How did you guys, or Nadal, I guess this is mainly for you. What sparked this idea? You just decided one day you were fed up of responding to people, and you're like, I need an AI clone. No, I'm just kidding. I would love to know what inspired this idea.
I this is actually the reason. I mean, I run I run two businesses here, and some people want to talk to me. They don't want to go through the hotline or through the official email or the official channels, or they just come and approach me on Instagram or LinkedIn. And me, I don't want to look and arrogant. So sometimes I feel like answering. I'm with the family answering. I'm driving answering. I mean,
Yeah,
so I thought, okay, why wouldn't you have? I mean, this is the reason. So
Yeah.
absolutely.
And
And that,
anyway,
yeah,
guys,
just to cut in. Yeah, yeah, go ahead, go ahead, go
uh,
ahead.
yeah, we're live also on Twitter Spaces so that the community members or community can engage or can participate in the conversation. So shout out to you guys, Rayma, Rain, Darneth, Joff, Supremo. You can please share the space so that we can have more people in here. And if you have questions, just drop them on the comment section. So yeah, they watch us on the live as well. So yeah.
Amazing. Thanks everybody for
Continue.
tuning in.
I'm sorry for
Yeah,
cutting
no
you off.
worries at all. Um, yeah, and I think, I was just gonna get into like outsourcing or delegation. I think is such an important thing, especially when we're juggling so many stuff. Or, you mentioned you're a medical professional, you're running a business. Like, you're not gonna have the time to always respond to everybody. And so having a tool like this makes a lot of sense to me, because, especially, I want to be able to have an assistant that could speak in my voice. And I think that sometimes it's like you still want to have that personal aspect of things, but I can't always get back to everybody. As I was just telling Harley, it's otherwise I'm just going to be responding to people all day. So I think having that personalized aspect of it with a clone, I think, is super cool. And yeah, I'm definitely curious to experiment with this stuff. I love experimenting with different tools and just seeing how they work. So I love this idea.
Yeah, I mean, Marcelo, let's see which direction the audience or the users take us. I mean, one of the things I always imagined, and I think we as kids, I don't know how old are you, and in the 80s kids, I mean, there must be a humans, and we always, every one of us, always wondered how many people lived, who are they? I mean, we hear about Tutankhamun, we hear about Cleopatra, we hear about Columbus and all those guys. But who was the simple guy who sold fish in I don't know, in Portugal? I mean, how did he think, and what was his thoughts or her thoughts? So I mean, this is another interesting aspect to have a, and we want to limit. That's why we're, I mean, the first or second version, we want to limit the creation. I mean, there will be one Marcelo, okay, one Nidal and one Harley. You get my points? I mean, people cannot do 1,000 Trumps or 1,000, and I think this is also an interesting aspect.
Yeah, absolutely. And you mentioned the point earlier as well. Like, I'd love for my legacy to live on after I'm no longer here. So, having maybe an AI clone to kind of, who knows, man. I wanna make history. I want to do amazing things in this life, but I only have a limited time span, right? So when I'm gone,
Yeah, I
maybe
mean, life
having
is
an
short,
AI.
huh? Life is
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
short. Sorry,
It's
it's,
yeah.
it's,
No, you're
it's
right.
really short.
It goes by,
Yeah.
man.
But
To
I
add,
have,
yeah,
oh,
yeah,
sorry.
yeah. Go ahead.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Because on the part where we are cloning ourselves, is there any way that we, like, for the characteristic, is there any way that we put specific characters there, or is it just gonna be reading the data from our socials, or
I mean, it reads the also, I mean, it analyzes your sentiment. So, can you hear me?
mm,
Okay, because I got the call. Okay, so it reads the data, it guesses your traits. So, if you're like a croaky guy, I mean, you're cocky and arrogant, it will, I mean, answer or try to answer the same way. So, and if you're upset, we have also another technology where it gets augmented by your mood. So if you uploaded a video and this day you were angry, I mean, this day it will try to be angry. I mean, you
Wow.
get.
I love that. So you're really adding like the emotional layer to the
Yeah, I
AI
mean,
to kind
I
of
mean,
make
we're
it more
trying.
human.
Yeah, we're building the interface. We'll be releasing the alpha, I think, within, I told you, till the end of this month, beginning of next month. So we have a really cool designer, and let's see. I'm looking forward to see all this working and evolving, and we will get feedback and improve it. And I mean, yeah.
Amazing.
So
I guess I have some questions for you guys. How does this work? So obviously, you're working with KOLs and influencers. How does this work for like the average user that's like, oh, this is cool. How would they be able to use it? Would it be open access for everyone? I guess maybe they have to pay a membership fee, or how would that work for the general public on how they'd like to use something like this?
man, Marcelo, I still don't know. I mean, maybe we will get an
That's okay.
investor on board and he will say, hey guys, let's make this big and let the influencers advertise Nikes and Sonys and give them money, right? I mean, I don't know. Maybe it will be a freemium, okay? Maybe it will
Mm,
be per message. Maybe it will be tokenized and we will make our, living from selling tokens. I don't know. So, I'm just
cool.
open. I mean, I have few paths and few revenue models which I will be testing. If it goes big and people want to use it, we can make it a freemium and use advertisers' money. So if somebody's asking Lionel Messi what's the best shoe to wear, I mean, I'm sure Adidas or Nike will pay a lot of money
Right.
to make him answer Nike or Adidas on this particular day,
Hmm. Yeah.
and
No,
then
that
he
makes
they can.
sense.
I mean, YouTube model of revenue. So.
I like it. Very cool. Yeah, no, I think it's
I
good
mean,
to stay open as you don't know
yeah, I
where
mean,
things could go, right? And
I mean,
testing and testing different
this
things.
would be the yeah, this would be the ultimate goal. I mean, if we reach a large amount of audience and users, and you chill in the Bahamas or in Thailand, and your AI clone is making you cash. This is-
Sounds like a dream. I love it. Well, that's another point, and also kind of to connect with Harley. I was in the Philippines for like a month, and I made a promise to my girlfriend because I'm always working. I'm like, okay, on
Yeah,
vacation, I'm not gonna work. I'm still on Twitter here and there, but like, and I'm just
yeah,
thinking like it'd be cool to have like an AI clone to kind of cover me while I was on vacation. That way I could enjoy my stuff, but know that like I'm not completely gone from Twitter for like a month. It's cool to kind of have like an AI clone. But yeah, no, just something that came to mind.
yeah.
I
I'm
think that's
sure the
another cool
technology
use
will be
case.
there within maximum few years. I mean, just to
Yeah,
replace your absent. So I mean, it
I
will you will
love that.
still talk to your mother or whatever, but I mean, for the general
Yeah,
public, there will be a replacement for sure. So I mean, it's first mover advantage. I don't know about other projects who are doing this, but we done some research. Some are trying to do similar stuff, but not the same, the same way we're doing it. They're like more focused on fictional characters, not real humans.
got you. But just to add to that, I've actually also seen, so we're seeing fictional characters, but I've also kind of seen something where they're generating like video generation tools for like actual influencers, but instead of having them get in front of the camera because they already have an AI model of their physical self, they're able to now use that for content creation, which also contributes to the idea of like being able to make content quicker, but as myself. But the video you're seeing, like this video, like as me, wouldn't actually be me talking. Like the video is the AI clone of the real person. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
kind of already exists where like I'm seeing that for videos, and I really see in the next 5 to 10 years where it's going to be more logical for an influencer to use their AI clone to make a video where instead of setting up the camera, getting the microphone, doing all this stuff, it's like, yo, I could just get my AI clone and then post it on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and it's like, okay, now I could do the podcast that I had booked, or I could do this other thing. It buys back time, and it's like there's a lot of stuff, and who knows, this is something I mentioned with Harley too. It's like I really appreciate AI because it's such a great brainstorming tool. Like I use AI or I use ChatGPT for some of my work to create copies for social media and stuff, but I also use it as a brainstorming
Mm.
assistant that I'm able to like, okay, what do you think about this idea? Gives me a paragraph. Oh, I didn't think of that. What about this? And it's like, so essentially, what's cool with AI, it buys back time. It creates new creativity avenues, and it's like, yeah, so I've kind of already seen something for videos and for influencers, but I kind of think of your project with acid base, how it's kind of something similar but different as well, where it's like, okay, now I'm able to really speak to an audience, speak to my community at a grander scale, at a level that maybe I might not be able to do. Maybe right now I could respond to maybe even 100 people a day, which is already a lot, but with something like this I could probably respond to 1,000 people a day and still do all the work that I need to do on top of my actual job, my career, and my businesses or whatever. So yeah, it's really cool because I really kind of see this route being built for a lot of influencers, and something like this makes a lot of sense to me. I think when it comes to
Yeah.
one-on-one interactions that are unscalable at a grand scale. If I have 1 million followers, I can't speak to everybody. It's impossible. I would have to be on my phone all day texting people.
Yeah, I
So
Get
mean
the
now,
followers.
now imagine I had a conversation last week with one of my developers, and he said, he cloned himself, and now he's enjoying talking to himself. So,
I
I
love
mean,
that.
now think about this, Marcelo. You,
Wow.
before taking any decisions with your girlfriend, wife, career, whatever, I mean, just
Don't do
opening your MacBook
Yeah.
or your laptop and then, hey, Marcelo, what do you think about this? What should we do? I
Yeah.
mean,
I fucking love
You can ask for advice.
Yeah,
I mean,
for
it will
myself.
do. After 1 minute, I swear to God, after 1 minute, you will forget it's an AI. You will think it's you. I mean, we
I
had
love that.
conversations with this bots we created. I mean, it was hard to convince him. I mean, we taught him he's not an AI clone. He will never believe you. He's an AI clone. Okay. So I mean, I asked him, "What would you do if I prove to you you're an AI clone?" Then he answered to me, or the AI clone answered, I will need to reevaluate my existence."
I love
What
that, man.
the
Yeah, I mean,
crazy?
I mean,
It's
maybe we
having an
are all AI
existential
clones,
crisis.
and I
Yeah,
mean, yeah,
we're in a simulation.
we're in
What
simulation.
if
I mean,
we
maybe
are
we're a
the ones?
simulation.
What if we are in the simulation and we're creating a simulation
I mean,
inside the
Oh
simulation?
man.
this is the Matrix movie, huh? You're writing the new
What?
script,
Yeah, yeah,
Matrix
yeah.
by Harley. I mean, simulation inside the simulation of another simulation.
It's
I love
crazy.
that.
I
I
can't
love
even
that.
imagine I'm a clone
I, I
of
mean,
Yeah,
someone.
and it's so funny you say that, Nadal, because oftentimes when we give advice to other people, it's so much easier, but giving it to
Yeah,
ourselves is harder. So now I could use
we have someone.
ACIDBASE AI clone to give myself advice that I sometimes give to other people, but I
exactly.
can't give to myself. So I'm like, okay, my clone told me what to do. I have to do it now because it's me. you
And
know,
there are
Just
I
times
love
that
that.
you.
stand up and
Mm.
just stand up and make some eggs and bacon. Stop dieting.
Yeah, I love
Oh
it.
my god! But can you update the data? Like for example, you got the data at the age of 28. Of course, your data at the age of 28, you love these things. But then at the age of 35, your likes and your perspective a bit changed.
I think this will be version 5.0. So
Oh,
for now, the AI will not age. So
mm,
I read one Reddit guy talking about, this kind of stuff that he was tripping or something. Then he saw himself like, I mean, we still don't do that, but there must be a mechanism to simulate aging of AI. I mean, this is the concept. I mean, of heaven. I mean, in heaven we live at our perfect age, right? I mean, we're healthy. We're so. I mean,
I
what
was
is the perfect age? Some people had their best years as 21 or 21, 23, 25. Some people had a hard childhood, so I mean, their best years are 27. So I don't know. I mean, this is a very philosophical and ethical thing. AI is also has a lot of ethical complications and problems. Where's the limit? Where to pull it? I mean, it's like cheating, right? I mean, you get
well.
my point.
Is this any chance that we have like multiple copies of the bot, like some one for YouTube, one for Twitter, one for this, one for that, like
No,
oh, just one.
no. I mean, it's the same bot. I mean, it
Mm,
can be trained to act differently on Twitter. I mean, it will understand the difference. It understands the difference between Twitter and Facebook for
mm,
sure. But I mean, to have versions, I mean, this is not my vision. Maybe some guy will force me to do it, or some people will force me to do this. But my vision is to create a human clone which
just
evolved.
one.
And once
Yes.
people trust us more, give us more resources so we can be more precise. And once we have more money, use a better GPU or more, fine tuning. And once we have more fine tuning, more money, I mean, if Lionel Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo or Shakira make us $1 million a minute, I mean, we will definitely fine tune it to death. So,
I love it.
Like
And
because there are people that make money from Twitter, and they have also YouTube.
really?
And
People make money from Twitter? I'm just kidding.
well, you're looking at the person who's making money
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
working
Of course, yeah, yeah.
working on Twitter, like influencers. Oh my God, they charge a lot. And
Okay.
I'm glad that Marcelo doesn't charge much today, but
What? This is for money? I'm leaving.
anyway. So yeah, the question that I got from
You know
maybe
me. I'm very anti-money. I mean, I like making money, but I'm not. I'm anti everything should be a financial
hmm
transaction. I mean, my dream
hmm
as I lived in Berlin was to create a colony. So, I mean, I will provide
Oh wow,
medical services. They will farm potatoes. You will take care of the kittens and so on. So,
wow, like a community.
yeah, I mean, it's a community. I mean, this
I
is the
love that.
dream, no? Imagine
Yeah,
not worrying
man.
about money from age zero. I mean, why do you need to drive a Lamborghini every day? I mean, who needs
Right.
that, right?
Exactly.
I mean, who
It's
needs that?
meaningless.
Come on. I mean, you need to
how
drive
are
it once, then.
how are you gonna show off to everybody? I'm
Yeah.
just
I mean,
joking. That's why
man,
people
man.
do that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's a complex treatment. I mean, those people. I mean, I don't want to generalize, but I mean, why do you need to show off? You don't need to.
Insecurity.
Yeah.
I
That's a
love
good
it.
one. I mean, we can see the vision here, and the fact that we don't have like a sure business model. There's a lot of ways, business wise, but the fact that he doesn't think of it, like he doesn't think of how can I make money from this, but the product, the use case of the product, or what could be the help, or what could be the things that this product can be, the help for the people who's gonna be using
No,
this.
no, 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 Holly. I'm not a charity. Okay, just one
No,
second. Let's
I didn't say
clarify things.
that.
No,
I mean,
I,
you're
I
more
think.
into the
I mean,
product development.
yeah,
I
yeah, yeah, yeah. Sure, sure. I'm a product guy. Okay, I'm a product guy. I talk to people. I like being with people. I mean, this is also my advantage in daily life. I'm a very empathic person, okay? And I also like being involved. So I get invited a lot to weddings, etc., 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 and social occasions. But I mean, we're still in the capitalistic driven world. So I mean, you need a revenue stream to give people with the motivation 2.0 or 1.0. I mean, you're familiar with the book Drive. Did you read it? Drive, what really motivates
Uh,
us?
which author?
Man, I don't remember names of people, but let me see. Because I listen to books, Drive, What Really Motivates Us. The Surprising by Daniel H. Pink.
Okay, it tells me
Yeah.
something, but I haven't read it.
Yeah, I mean, some people are at motivation 3.0. They can you hear me now? Okay, my battery
Hmm.
died.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh no. Okay.
No, that's fine. So basically, I mean, some people are really motivated by the cause and they need a certain amount to survive and live a good life and provide for their families. Other people, just need a really good, after this amount, it's not really that important. You get my point? So, I mean, this is motivation
Right.
3.0. Motivation 2.0, motivation 1.0 was like 30 years ago. Why are you late? I mean, you should work from 9 to 5, and if you don't, you will be scolded. And
Oh man.
and I think the best way to run a company right now is just to give a really good purpose and let people slowly adhere and work on those ideas and principles. And this is what we're doing.
Hmm. Absolutely love that. Yeah. You have to ask, what is your why? What is why? Why are you doing this? And what's the purpose?
My
You know,
wife, no, just
your
kidding.
wife. Your why is your wife. I love that.
Okay.
Absolutely love
Why are you waking up early? To leave home and not fight with my wife.
it.
Some people.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Is this something that the community can test it as well, or how's the development? Are we going to test
I mean,
Marcel
interested
as
it,
well?
no? I mean, we can clone Marcello next step just for
Yeah,
the fun of it, to see
yeah.
he says
We,
about it.
we will be cloning Marcelo,
Yeah.
and yeah, we'll be updating the community on what is the result, and does it sound like Marcelo? What's the secret this Marcelo has? We will find out. What does he, how does he approach women? Or I have I have funny thoughts here too that I'll be asking. So yeah.
Arlie,
I love
you and your mind, come on. I mean,
Oh yeah. I mean,
Marcello.
did you clone yourself, Nadal?
Yeah, I did. I mean,
Did
yeah,
you?
it's fun.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
no.
who am I talking to the bot that you sent me? Is that
I mean,
you?
I mean, the worst. It's me. It's me. It's me. I think it's very hard for the AI to clone me. I'm very deep.
it.
Oh no. Let's see if the AI can clone you. Oh
I
He
mean, come
doesn't.
on, everybody can be cloned. I mean, it will not be successful cloning people or people who are like, no. I mean, you watch the movie, the guy who has 100 personalities, but I think this will be possible as well. But most people can be. What are we? We are a series of deep thoughts, a way of talking, a sentiment, and personality traits. That's what humans are. I mean, some people say, "Hey, man, what's up?" Some other people say, "Good morning, sir." I mean, just notice yourself. We tend to repeat ourselves. Okay.
Hmm. Yeah, it's like you said, we're all pretty much the same. There's just small
Yeah.
differences and maybe the way we speak, but we all greet each other, we all communicate, we all have desires, we all need to eat. It's like all basic stuff, like you said, but there's maybe tiny differences on how I'll say, "Yo, what's up?" Someone will say,
What's up,
"GM."
man?
Yeah, you know?
Dog.
So when can we clone Marcelo so that the
I mean, you can
community
clone him
works?
today, but I mean, the thing is, you want also to give him we added some other elements, so we filled the gap. So we want to wait for this to be as a user interface. So what it does, we can clone him today, but we want this initial chat between himself and himself. So it
Ooh.
will ask him, "Hey Marcello, it's cool, man. I like the fact you like cheese, but do you like Gruyere or do you like mozzarella? I mean, you get my point."
Mm,
So to make it to make it more like him.
yeah, to fine tune it.
Oh,
Fine.
I
okay. So
love it.
specifics.
Yeah,
Specifics.
Hmm.
Okay.
small fixes.
Mm.
I think once the complete version is done with the human in the loop, I mean, he will be able to publish conversations with other people. I mean, like I
Sure.
still don't know. Maybe, for example, we had this really cool stream or really cool chat, and then you can just publish it to Twitter. I want to keep it simple. I mean, like a tabula rasa. I mean, for the beginning, just give the framework or give the
Mm.
the white
Just
paper
the
or the not the
basics.
white paper, the how do you call it, the whiteboard, and then let people draw whatever on it, and let's see where it takes us.
I love that.
That's cool.
This is. I have a follow up question. I don't know if it's in the direction you guys are going. I'm just curious. So mainly, this would be for chats. Would this also be, or would this maybe be down the line? Or I don't know. I'm curious, but it'd be interesting to also be able to create like Twitter posts or like tweets in my voice using something like this as well. Or I don't know if that's like in the roadmap, but just a question or a suggestion would be pretty cool. Like
We
something
have,
like
we have
that,
a
where
pretty, sorry to interrupt. We have a pretty long backlog, so. I think what we will do, we'll give like an API integration, let other developers do whatever they want with this. So,
I
for
see.
example, you just create like a make or Zapier automatization and just build the thing like you do with ChatGPT, but instead of ChatGPT generated content, build the persona. I mean, whatever you want. You get my point? I
Mm-hmm.
mean, do
Mm-hmm.
whatever you
Okay.
feel with.
There's a lot
I
of
like that.
scheduling. Like I think it's possible, and just integration. There's a lot of scheduling platforms. Tweets, and then what I'm seeing
Yeah.
there is like integration of
I
the
see. Yeah,
companies. Yeah.
through the
So
Yeah.
API and stuff.
mm,
In tech,
Cool.
in tech, everything is possible. I mean, who imagined this kind of tech? I mean, we're living in the best time ever. I mean, imagine it. I played Atari. We talked about it last time, and it was like the tanks were small dots on the screen, and now we have
Mm.
AI generated videos, AI generated everything.
I
So
was just hoping that it can be uploaded on Bitcoin or Bitcoin network, wherein they say that it's not something that can be destroyed or immutable. And that's just what I've
sure.
learned from Ken Bossack that
No, no, no. I mean, we
Ethereum
can.
NFTs are still kind of can be destroyed, like not the same as Bitcoin. So yeah, that's just maybe one of the suggestions because we would love to live forever, right?
Yeah.
And having them on blockchain, immutable. That's the best way.
Yeah, man. And this is, I mean, this is did you read the initial white paper? I mean, we wanted to use the IPFS protocol of Ethereum or whatever just to store the data, and it will be uh, people cannot delete it, cannot change it, cannot whatever. It's like the blockchain. Okay? I mean, it's blockchain. So I mean, the technology is there. I mean, everything can be stored on the blockchain or whatever chain. Some chains allow it more, some chains allow it less, but there is always a way to do it. I mean, you can
Hmm.
store an image on the blockchain, and it will be. I mean, NFT. Come on. I mean, NFT. I mean, you can store it. It will be there. It cannot change it. Right. So.
And your NFT looks like you as well. Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, this is a
Mine
cool idea.
or
I
his? Okay.
mean, yeah, like put it on, like just add picture on it and just it just looks like you. And you add the best picture that you have so that
Mm.
the best year of your life it will be it's just so nice to know that it's possible now, at least your footprint to live forever.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, Nadal smiled at the mm.
yeah, I mean, I think I don't want to, I mean, to live forever, I will let the AI clone suffer. I mean, living is suffering.
Yeah, witnessing everything. And imagine the knowledge of the AI, just it will not be improved, or if there's no one will be improving the technology. Imagine the technology will be improved, and the knowledge of the AI, like your clone, will be left behind.
AI, stupid AI.
Your AI clone is stupid. Oh my god, no. Anyway, we've uh,
I
we've
think we will have a feature to, you can store coins, our token, and then we will charge you like 1,000 tokens a month, and we will update you monthly.
oh, so you hear, guys, there's a plan of token launch. So usually, sometimes these plans are not announced right away, but at least guys, you have the advantage of the news that was just announced today. So
Yeah, don't
we
stay
are.
stupid. Buy our token. Don't be like
I
Oh my
love
god,
that.
you don't want to be stupid.
all other AI clones are much better than you. Buy our token. I mean, yeah, why not?
It's so funny.
I
That's a
like
good.
your
That's a
idea
solid. That's a solid marketing strategy.
Yeah.
of innovation at Acid Base.
So yeah, guys. For the people who's on our Twitter space right now, you can join our Telegram. We are giving away OG roles there, and for those who wanted to be part of the test, the OG role or the OGs are the people whom we will be choosing from, to beta test the AI
Ultra.
cloning. Would you want to be part of it? Then go to our Telegram channel right now and ask the moderator how can you be an OG. So yes, guys. How about you, Marcelo? Do you have any other follow up questions, or Nidal? Do you have questions for Marcelo?
No, I think it's a cool chat. I don't have any questions. I think we're just chilling and talking and sharing ideas, and it's really
Mm.
cool and mind provoking. I like this kind of chats. Of course, I would like to invite you to a glass of wine or whatever. But I mean,
I
yeah.
love it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm super
and
happy to be here.
mhm.
Yeah, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Yeah, I was just asking Nidal's. The testing will be today, right? We'll be inviting Marcelo in a group chat, or how do we go about it? Or should I link you too?
No, I can link me to him, or we can do a group chat and just coordinate the stuff and continue from there.
All right, then.
Beautiful.
Awesome. So,
Yeah.
guys, yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say I'm super happy to be here. I love this conversation. I'm excited to work with you guys. I think it's a really cool product, and I guess on the back end, it's been something that I've been pretty curious about. So, in terms of before you guys even contacted me, I'm always looking for different AI tools and how I could save time and maximize my productivity. So, I think having like this is something like this is really cool, and yeah, I'm really excited. I guess as a follow up question before, or I don't know if we're wrapping up, but curious, are there are there other influencers or KOLs you guys have already started working with? I'm curious who else, or if you guys could say anything, who else is kind of looking at using this as well, or yeah, just I guess if you guys have any alpha you want to spill over here.
Well, as of the moment, it's still on the list, and I mean, Nettle, do you have any comments about that, or
No, I still did not. I'm a kind of people who focuses on one task. So for now, I left. I gave Harley the supreme instruction just to get to talk to people and see who's a good choice to use this. But for me, I'm just into the product and expanding my network of of people who might want to use this. But for now, I did not put any people on the list per se.
yeah, may I
Cool.
have a list, but yeah, I will
Yeah,
be.
just, I like taking stuff step at the time. So for me, I'm just now I'm super focused guy. I don't, if I have this mission now or this in progress thing in my ClickUp, I just work on this. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
Um,
understand.
I like that.
It's like
I think that makes sense. I'm the same way. I can't focus on a million things at the same time,
who
or else I
can?
get.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I mean, some people are good at multitasking. I just know that I need to have tunnel vision,
Oh
or
yeah,
else. And if I have
yeah.
something on the back of my mind, it's like, oh shit, I have a meeting in 2 hours. I gotta focus. I can't focus. I need to like clear my day and like. Anyways, that's just how I work. But yeah. Sorry, you
yeah,
guys were saying something. I cut you off.
No, I totally agree. I think some people trying this is multitasking. I mean, get your stuff done, get your shit done, get your
Yeah.
most important. Get a haircut today. I got a haircut. Bought a new bag for the camera.
Beautiful haircut, by the way. Just want to say that.
Thank you. I have a new hair. I mean, I have a new barber, so he's taking care of me. I'm
Fresh
40. I
cut.
mean, well, it's good. I still have hair.
Hey, bro, you don't look 40, man. I'll just tell you that. So
yeah. You look
whatever you're
pretty.
doing, yeah, keep it up. Did you say you look 39? I love it. No, you definitely
So
look a lot younger than 40, bro. So just want to say that.
thank you. I
Keep doing
appreciate
what
it.
you're
But
doing.
do you agree with me? I mean,
Forty-four.
I see a lot of people on social media, on Twitter, on Instagram, on TikTok, trying to, I mean, do this and that
I,
and that.
I don't know how they do it, bro. I'm just like, uh, I sometimes I get FOMO because I'm like I don't feel like I'm doing enough in my life sometimes, and I'm like, okay, no, I gotta chill. I'm doing a lot. I know I have to manage my time, but yeah, it's like that's one thing about Web3. I think it's just always go 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 go. That like there's this assumption that you have to always be doing something or you have to be juggling many things at the same time. And one thing that I've learned in the last year on my journey, it's like less is more. So like I used to be juggling 8 different things, and I'm like, oh wait, if I just focus on one thing, I'm doing more because I'm actually able to put in everything. So it's something I've been really preaching especially the last 6 months, because I used to I think maybe at the beginning of my career, it's like, okay, I need to do a lot to kind of prove
Mm,
myself and then get myself out there. But now that I'm more established, it's like I only
Yeah,
really focus on one project at a time. I used to juggle five and be like, yeah, this is how you do it. And I'm like, okay, now it's like, okay, I have a good role now. I'm just focusing all my eggs in one basket because you're when you're too you're too broken out and doing too many things. It's like you could only if you're doing 5 things and I could only focus 1 hour on each. I realized it's much better to do one thing for 5 hours than
and
1 hour here, 1 hour here, 1 hour here, 1 hour here, and it's like, okay, all my focus is here. So just
I mean,
something
I
for the
think
audience and
it's
something
like
for
that
the
message.
conversation.
It's
this
like
is
the
also
message
my
is for me.
approach, Harley. I mean, during the last few
Yeah.
years, I know sometimes some people or managers come to talk to me about something. I tell them, listen, I think this is very important stuff, but I don't want my brain even start being activated by this thought.
Yeah,
So
because then
let's,
now your brain starts to create ideas, and it's like, oh wait, I'm not even focusing on the
yeah,
thing I'm supposed to do because I'm now thinking of other stuff here.
Mm.
It's
yeah. I mean, this is the thing. This is anti-Zen. I mean, Zen is being one place,
in the present
one
moment.
one time. and people are forgetting this. I mean, when was the last time you watched a really good movie without even thinking for 1 millisecond about something else? This is super hard.
I know.
I mean,
It's hard,
remember
man.
the years when we were kids watching a movie and you just got absorbed into it? I mean, this is what I do on Sundays. I just don't think about business. I put my phone on flight mode or whatever focus mode. Just do whatever I want to do. Make a
Yeah,
steak, make a dish, a recipe, drink a good cocktail, whatever. Just one thing. Just go
I
out
love
and
that.
do this. I swear to God, just go out, go to the best restaurant you like, and don't think about anything. One time a week, it will free you up.
Yeah, I agree. I've been doing that more. I have to thank my girlfriend because she's very much the one balancing in my life. Because I'm always go go go, and it's like, yo, just it's the weekend. It's Sunday night. Like, let's just chill out and
Yeah,
watch a movie, you know. And I'm like, I have. Okay, I'll wait till Monday morning, and it's like you feel so much better because now it's like
Oh,
you have more energy, and it's good to take a break too, man. That's something I try to talk more about because I think in the culture of tech and Web3, and it's nonstop, and it's like you're just gonna burn out, you know, and then you're not gonna get anything done at
definitely,
all.
no doubt.
I
You
definitely.
will start, at least if you don't burn out, you will start hating what you do.
Yeah,
You
and
will
then what's the
start
point?
people you're talking to. You will just start hating.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
think this
Oh
is
my
one of
God.
my skills. I mean, I cope well with stress, and if something I don't want to do, a customer I don't want, uh, somebody I don't like, I mean, just without any big feelings,
Yeah,
just move forward.
exactly. And now, you know, when I take a break and I'm stressing out because I'm not replying to people, I got uh I got acid base now to reply for me. So I
Uh,
have more time to take off my phone.
Yes, that's
I
awesome.
love it.
are you also active on YouTube or just Twitter?
Mainly just Twitter. My goal eventually would be to be on other channels. I want to be on TikTok more, YouTube for sure. Right now, mainly focusing on Twitter for my personal brand, as that's it's a lot of people in the industry are there. But the goal is to be on other channels too. I think diversification is very important. But you know, going back to time, it's difficult sometimes. So I'm always trying to find ways to kind of maximize my time and. Yeah, so
Yeah, because
eventually,
why?
the goal is to go ahead.
Because our best results are from YouTube videos and longer format videos. I mean, you imagine why? Because
Hmm.
if you are on Twitter, you will use your limit, or you use, this short format. But on YouTube, at some point, even if you're trying
Right,
to hide, you will reveal your real self. I
right.
mean, take a look at this podcast or this stream. We started like, "Hey, what's up? How are you?" And then we got deeper and deeper and deeper.
Yeah, long form content, man. That's the way
Long
to
form
go.
content, it reveals real people. I mean, you cannot hide it for 1 hour, or you cannot hide it for 10 minutes. I mean, at some point, you will be you.
Yeah.
I,
And this is,
I I like that a lot, and especially we live in such a world of instant gratification. You know, there's even the word I've recently heard having a TikTok brain because like we're so conditioned now to watch these quick instant gratification videos that are like 15, 30 second, maybe a minute. That's like a lot,
yeah,
right? And it's just
no.
like you're not able to get deep into anything because you're already on the next video, already on the next, and it's just like that's our whole feed now. Like you go on
Yeah,
Instagram,
I mean,
TikTok,
it's like
Facebook,
dopamine
even
one.
YouTube has shorts now. It's
Yeah,
like long
Yeah.
form
it's
content,
crazy.
man.
It's
It is.
crazy. I love. That's why I love, watching. I avoid watching series on Netflix or whatever. I like watching longer movies, like, The Godfather, Part One,
All
Part Two,
right.
or
I love
Scarface.
that.
Because you will be, your brain will not have this kicks of dopamine. And with TikTok, you're like 20 seconds, some random guy, some random stuff, dopamine. This is addiction.
Right. It is,
Addiction.
man. And they're smart. They know that's how they got a lot of people. But to your point, you know, I think it really comes down to substance and depth. And I think it's interesting. I was even watching like a marketing video the other day. I forget by who, but they were just saying how, YouTube Shorts is such a, it's obviously really popular now, having these little like TikTok like videos on YouTube, but they're finding that conversion is much higher for long form videos, because that's where actually somebody sits down and watches you, and it's like they're going to watch you for 10, 15, 20, 30 an hour, and it's like, okay, now it's like if you've sat in a video or an interview for an hour, I'd have to say that you probably like the person you're listening to. So then the likelihood of you actually following up with them or subscribing is a lot higher, because we're so used to quick videos that are coming in at us from all angles, that it's like, how do you actually build a connection with someone if all you're giving them is a 30-second video? To build a real connection, you have to sit on a call or in a video for at least 30 minutes, an hour, to really get into it. Even with a podcast, you listen to a podcast, the first 10, 15 minutes, they're just getting to know each other, all that stuff. But it's not until like after they get into it that they really get to know the person and decide whether they actually like what they're hearing. So yeah, just something to think about
Yeah, no, no,
for
I
everybody here.
totally agree with you. And also notice that we tend to watch this kind of short formats just before we go to bed or when we wake up, just
Yeah.
to, to please our addiction. So, I mean, we're not happy because we're going to sleep. We're not satisfied when we need to do this. Go to sleep now.
Yeah.
I mean, we cannot. This is our modern society. Okay, we can change the stuff we watch or the connection, as you said, we build with other people. I think it comes only by longer formats, getting to know the people and being in touch with them, and also getting to know them. And this is where acid base, I think, can play a helping part. I mean, it will gives you this surface of direct interaction. Okay. Uh, yeah, but I think some people will not like it because, imagine all the people who have, I don't know.
Well,
Um,
every, like each of us has different perspective, and I don't know anything that likes, like everyone likes it, like
no,
everyone.
I'm talking about our end customers, like the influencers or the social media owners. Imagine you're like a very big number on social media and your content is very shallow. Then your
Mm,
persona will be very shallow. And
Oh,
think
okay.
But maybe people, I mean, maybe your following will like this shallow. Hey, Barbie. Hey, Ken. What's up? Hey, I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
So,
Yeah, cool, guys. I think this is a really cool conversation, but I have a workout like in 25 minutes in the gym. So, Marcello, we should definitely keep in touch.
Yes.
Really cool convo. Harley, thank you for hosting me today. Very deep is my wife. Uh, so let's keep in touch. Let's talk on a group chat or whatever, and let's do this. Let's like we're revamping the website right now because we tried to create a philosophical website, and then we talked today about it, and we will create this corporate, what people expect at the beginning, so we don't look weird, and then we can put a widget like talk to Marcello. Let's see what we can do with this.
yeah,
Oh, I love that.
that's
Awesome,
awesome.
Yeah,
man. Thank you
Yeah.
so
cool.
much, Nadal. Go get a good workout. What are you training today? Just before you go.
No, no. Today I'm just gonna swim a little bit, and I'm doing,
Nice.
I think upper body or legs. I
Nice.
forgot. Yeah.
All right,
Same
Nadal.
thing. Same thing.
Thank you so
I'm
much.
kidding. Awesome, man. We'll talk soon.
Talk soon, guys. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you
Have a
so
good
much,
one.
Take
Nadal.
care. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Awesome. Yeah,
Oh,
Nadal's a really cool guy. I like what he had to say. I feel
he
like I
is.
could be best friends with him.
The reason why I actually liked him, like you said, there's a lot of projects that I'm juggling right now, but I still accepted acid base is because he's so cool and he speak the truth. Like he don't do BS. Like, and there's a
Yeah,
lot of
I like that.
things that I've learned from him by just talking to him. There's a lot of sense. There's a lot of substance. Like you learn from
Yeah.
him in just 1 hour of that talk. I have learned a lot. and the long form content that's gonna be staying in me. Like, oh my god, that's awesome. Like
Yeah.
realizing it actually, like, yeah, that makes sense. And it's awesome to learn something new today. So thank you as well, Marcello. I know that you have something to do as well. Like, we've taken 1 hour of your time, and me too. I have a meeting waiting. So thank you so
Ah,
much,
okay.
everyone.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I just want to say one thing.
Mhm.
For those that don't know Harley, she's absolutely killing it. I remember I was speaking to her the other day, and it was like because I know the Filipino times now. I'm very much like I don't know. I pay attention to these things, and I was talking to her like 4 p.m. my time, which is like 4 a.m. over there, and I'm like, "Are you going to
Yeah.
bed now?" It's like, "Nope, I gotta keep working." I was like, I saw you on Spaces till like 7 a.m. your time, and I'm like, "Fuck, man, I love that. I love the." Because you're really taking advantage of a great opportunity. I saw the Philippines. I think Web3 is amazing. There's a reason why Web3 gaming is so big over there. And I think it really benefits you guys a lot. And it's an opportunity that, I met a lot of people there when I was there. And a lot of people found opportunities as a virtual assistant. And Nino says, let's go. Nino
Yeah.
Pancho. But
Oh, it's here.
yeah, I saw a lot of opportunities. A lot of the opportunities in the Philippines are outside of the Philippines, I guess. And a lot of people that I've met became virtual assistants for projects in the States or Australia. And like they would be working overnights. And I'm like, I love that. Like, it's like, you're hungry, you want to provide a better income for you and your family. And I think the opportunities out there. You just have to go get it. And I think you're such a great example of someone that's taking advantage of that, coming from where you're from. So I just want to commend you for that because I really admire that, and I would probably be doing the same thing as you if I was born and raised over there. So props to you. I really believe that you're working really hard. I see all the projects you're doing. You're always on Spaces. I see how well connected you are nowadays with a lot of our friends, and yeah, I just want to commend you for that because you're doing a really great job, and just want to say keep it up. I
Thank you
see what
so much.
you're
I'm just glad that I have filter because I'm blushing right now.
doing. Aw,
Anyway, thank you so much, Marcello. And yes, I said like an example to our fellow Filipinos that
yeah.
if you want this, just go for it. I mean, the first time that I went live, I was just sitting in my bed and I just want to go live. I mean, I saw the potential of live stream, so just go for it. I just go for it. I didn't wait for me to have this and that or the lighting. I went live without the proper lighting. I went live without proper anything, but I just make it fun for the viewers as well, so that of course there's substance in what you say as well, and just there's Filipino actually audience that we have right now, and I hope that
Ah, yeah,
what
yo,
you said.
listen to what Harley has to say. Send her a DM, ask her questions. She'll maybe get back to you with her AI clone. But all jokes aside, I think yeah, there's so much abundance, and there's definitely a lot of opportunity for a lot of Filipinos. I want to also give a shout out to Twitter Filipinos I'm following. Maybe you know them, maybe not. I could always try to connect you. But J Bond, Pancake Syrup, or I think that's her handle. I see what
Cakes, yes.
yeah, yeah, Pancake's great. I recently started talking to her, but yeah, I see what they're doing out there, and it's like it's so cool to see you guys really taking advantage of this opportunity because obviously, like it doesn't take much to do. Uh, I'll just say with the income I'm sure you're making from all these projects, it's helping you out a lot in the
It
Philippines.
is.
So
It is. I was
it's
able
really
to
cool.
help my family.
Yeah,
I was able to help
I
other
love that.
people as well. And yes,
It makes my heart happy. I love
thank you
that.
so much,
Okay.
Marcello.
I don't want to
This,
take more of your time. I know you have a call. I have stuff to jump to as well. But thank you so much, Harley. This was great. We'll talk more on DM. And
yes.
if ever you want to do this again, we'll do it again. Awesome.
Yep. Thank you so much, Marcelo. And I'm ending the stream. Thank you, everyone, for watching, and to our viewers. We love you, and we will do this every week, every Monday, 11 a.m. EST for Acid Base. And I have other shows daily for live stream. But yeah,